It's been a while, but I'm back. Um, I don't know what to talk about. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute, and it's over spring break. My mom and my sister got baptized, so I am happy that the Lord has just I'm just happy that the Lord's presence was there, and Lord, that just urged me to get them baptized. But after the baptism, haven't been, discipling them and all of that. So I wanted to get back into it, but I don't want to just do it for them, but also all y'all that are watching. So yeah. I know it's been a while, so forgive me for that. I know I was lazy most of the time. There were times where I had time to do it. I just didn't want to. But we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna start at the beginning, actually. Just Genesis. I'm gonna read from the beginning to the first through 31, because I go to work interview, so let's just talk about that. I'll just read over it, and then just come back to it and just tell it and just try to clarify. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness covered the surface and the watery depths, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface. Then God said, "Let there be light." There was light. God saw that light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness night. And the darkness He called night. And there was an evening, and there was a morning, one day. Then God said, "Let there be an expanse between the waters, separating water from water." So God made the expanse, separating the water under the expanse from the water.
Awesome.
God made the expanse and separated the water under the expanse from the water above the expanse, and it was so. God called the expanse sky. Evening came and morning the second day. Forgive me. Then God said, let the water under the sky be gathered into one place. Let the dry land appear, and it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of the water He called seas. God saw it was good, and God said, let the earth produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and fruit trees on the earth bearing fruit, with seed and according to their kinds. And it was so. The earth produced vegetation, seed-bearing plants according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Evening came and morning the third day. Then God said, let there be lights in the expanse of the sky, to separate the day from the night. They will serve as signs for seasons, for days and years, and they will be lights in the expanse of the sky to provide light on the earth. And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule over the day, and the lesser light to rule over the night, as well as the stars. And God placed them in the expanse of the sky to provide light on the earth, to rule over the day and the night, and to separate the light from darkness. Excuse me. And God saw that it was good. Evening came and then morning, the fourth day. Then God said, let the water swarm with living creatures, and let birds fly over the earth across the expanse of the sky. So God created the large sea creatures and every living creature that moves and swarms in the water according to their
Oh,
kinds.
I can use your tattoos already.
He also created every winged creature according to his kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them, be fruitful, multiply and fill the waters of the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth. Evening came and then morning, the fifth day. And God said, produce living creatures according to their kinds, livestock creatures that crawl, and the wildlife of the earth according to their kinds. And it was so. So God made the wildlife of the earth according to their kinds, and the livestock to their kinds, and all the creatures that crawl on the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. They will rule the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and the livestock, the whole earth, and the creatures that crawl on the earth. On the earth. So God created man in his own image. He created him in the image of God. He created them, male and female. God blessed them, and God said, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and subdue it. Rule the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and every creature that crawls on the earth. And God said, look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant on the surface of the entire earth, and every tree whose fruit contains seed. This will be food for you. For all the wildlife of the earth, for every bird of the sky, and every creature that crawls on the earth. Everything having the breath of life in it, I have given. Every green plant for food, and it was so. God saw that all he had made, and it was very good indeed. Evening came, and then morning, the sixth day. Word of the Lord. So, start at the beginning. The beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
I think the secondary path
The earth was formless, empty, and covered in the surface of the watery depths, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. God said, let there be light, and there was light. God saw that light was good and separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So basically, how it is outside, that's light. And when, as you know, evening falls, darkness, God said, let there be expanse between the waters, separating the water from water. So God made an expanse separating the water under the expanse from the water above the expanse. What it means by that, there is actually water. There's a large body of water in like the Earth's mantle. Cause I looked this up, cause I saw this on YouTube a little bit ago, and there's a large body of water sitting under the earth. So that's what he meant. What he means above, water above the expanse, I'm thinking he's talking about rain. If not, that could be like lakes or something like that. But I could be wrong. It could be rivers and it could be waterfalls and stuff like that. But then I read a little bit more and said, let the water under the sky be gathered into one place and let the dry land appear. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of the water he called seas.
I guess he would have to do what it is.
Yeah, let the water under the sky be gathered. That's what he meant. Okay, yeah, so that it's definitely like seas and lakes.
Wait, I found a spot.
Most of Genesis kind of makes sense because you see it all around, all over there.
It's close to the start of the track.
I want to get into this one. Let the earth produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and fruit on it. Let the earth produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and fruit trees on the earth, bearing fruit with seed in according to their kinds, and it was so. The earth produced the vegetation, seed-bearing plants according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. This is what I said. How God produced the trees and the plants to bear fruit. We are very similar to the fruit trees and vegetation plants. God calls us to bear the fruits of the Spirit, which is love, patience, kindness, gentleness, self-control, joy, goodness, peace, and faithfulness. Somewhere in the Bible, that's the fruits of the Spirit. And God calls us to bear fruit. And how do I explain this? God also says that if we do not bear fruit, He will cut us off and throw us in a lake of fire. That's like, so like if you're like one with Christ, and like you're like, I believe in God, I have given my life to God, but yeah, I still live the way I want to, my sinful ways, not bearing His fruit, not doing what He has commanded. That's what He means by He will cut off the branch that doesn't bear fruit. That's like saying you're gonna listen to what your mother says to do around the house and yet not do it. That's basically it.
One more
round. And yeah, I kind of compared it because because I don't know where it is, but maybe in Hebrew, something like that. God calls us to bear fruit, and through Him we are able to bear that fruit.
Yeah, that's a bit too close for comfort.
Because we are imitators of God, and it won't be exactly like God, but we can just copy the ways that He is done. Type of ways, if that makes sense. Where it says where He made two great lights, the greater one the rule of the day, which is the sun, and the lesser the rule of the night, which is the moon and the stars. And I also thought about it. When we see like solar or lunar eclipses, I was to my fiance yesterday, and this is it was a punishment to the Egyptians because they were trying to be their own gods, and the solar lunar eclipse were one of the punishments. One of the punishments that He put on the Egyptians. So that's why the solar lunar eclipse are a thing. He made the daytime dark. And God said, let the water swarm with living creatures and let birds fly across the earth, across the span of the side. So God created a large. Large sea creatures and every living creature that moves, swarms in the earth according to their kinds. He also created every winged creature according to its kind. Every creation on earth, every animal you see has a creator. I falsely believe that we came from a speck, that we came from a germ. I refuse to believe that. If we came from a germ, then how was that germ made? Type. Because same thing as like the Big Bang Theory. What caused that Big Bang Theory? Because you can't create something out of nothing. That's not how it works.
Yes.
So that's what makes me believe that there is a creator who made all these creatures, who made us in the likeness of Him. And in Genesis 2, it does talk about that. Well, no, it says it here. Let us make man in our image according to our likeness. They will rule the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, the livestock, the whole earth, and the creatures that crawl on the earth. So God created man in his own image. He created him in the image of God. He created them male and female. Two. Just two genders. There's nothing more than that. They will rule the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky and the livestock. The Lord allows us to, hunt animals, to feed our families, feed us.
I have to call it out in class.
God blessed them. God said, "Be fruitful and multiply on fill the earth."
Okay, this showed up a tower. It's got
The
8 million
Lord
points.
highly
This hill's
highly
found
recommends
for
that we,
for a few seconds of its life.
make kids, have kids, and fill the earth with His creation. It does hurt when we see like abortions and things like that. You're really and abortion. You're basically destroying God's creation. That's what that is, and it's just sad.
We'll see.
I don't know why it is a thing. And I just don't. I am really against abortion.
Okay, the nuke is quite strong.
There's no reason you should kill a baby because you did a whoopsie daisy.
No.
And
Top path is
my last one, because it's 17 minutes now. God said, "Look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant on the surface of the entire earth, and every tree whose fruit contains seed. This will be food for you, for all the wildlife on earth, for every bird in the sky, for every creature that crawls on earth, everything having the breath of life in it. Everything having the breath of life in it, including us, I have given." Every creation has a creator. And I read this when I was talking about I have given you every seed-bearing plant on the surface on the entire earth, and every tree contains seed. This will be food for you. A little later in the Bible, worrying what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna eat, where you're gonna sleep, what you're gonna wear. The Lord knows this, and He knows you need this. But worrying does not add a minute or an hour to your life to get it situated. The Lord sees this, and He will provide. So if you're worrying, go to Him and cast your worries onto Him. He cares for you. I'm planning to get a tattoo of that too, soon, because our bodies are not meant to carry stress. Because it's it tears us down mentally, not just mentally but also physically.
I'm like
And
halfway. Let me just double check.
so I'm planning to get a tattoo of that very soon. But yeah, my point there in Genesis 1, every creation has a creator, male and female, nothing more, nothing less. Be fruitful and multiply. What else? God made the sun and moon and all the stars. He made the waters, He made the skies, He made the land, He made everything, basically. And all of history, everything, all of history, what man has created, God has created also, because the world's history is God's history. And that's basically it. Yeah, but just give it to the Lord. If I am able to post tomorrow, I will keep all up. I will. But if not, y'all will see me post again. I love y'all, but Jesus loves you more.